Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We did it. We have 5,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without each and every single one of you. And when I hit 10, we're gonna make this right. Obviously, the plumber forgot about orifice size, and gas takes the path of least resistance. So we got it halfway there. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. From my family to yours, God bless, and be well. Good morning, everyone. This morning, we are going to do a few things at this house. We're going to start by hooking up this bar sink waste piping. There's a nice little wet bar they got in this master bedroom here. If you recall, we did the radiant here. Look at what we have here. Look at what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tripod. Mikey Pipes moving up in the world. Let's see. All right. Now, I already have the faucet connected. The guys lost my tools. Well, someone lost the tools at least. So, went to Supply House this morning. Picked up a new rigid cutter. There it is. All right. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. Let's see if I can get this a little bit closer. A little bit closer for you guys. I'm gonna cut the stub out on this copper nipple, and I already have the water shut off and drained. Hopefully don't get nothing here. In any case, I am prepared. There you go. Hope everyone's having a great day. I gotta hustle today. We have a very busy week. And on Friday, I am going on vacation for 9 days. So I'll leave the guys in charge and I'll micromanage from a distance. Hopefully they don't destroy anything while I'm gone, but hey, we should be all right. So on this job right here today, we are going to do the finish on this house, this wet bar, and what else? One sink in the kitchen, and we're gonna put in some Runtal Baseboard. So it should be kind of fun. And I'm using compression valves there. Why, you may ask? Because that gets connected to Pex, and I don't want to take any chances with that. So there we go. It's a little vercocked coming out, but we'll be all right. All right, let me get my adjustable crescent wrench out. All right, let's see. If I hold that right there. Let's see. Oh, lefty loosey, righty tighty, guys. Sunday morning. I need to go this way, right? No, I need to go that way. So let's hold back there. one. Let's get the other one on. Mikey Pipes, come on. Put a little extra in it. There we go. All right. Looks like we broke free. Oh. We'll get some escutcheons for that next. Get hot on here. So tomorrow we are installing that 40-gallon A.O. Smith power venter. If you recall, for that lady who had the dryer and the water heater vented together. You know, a lot of the comments you guys said that I should throw in an electric water heater, but it's really not that cost effective when you consider the cost of electric that we pay for here. Okay. We have to get some escutcheons there. All right. Stay tuned. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. All right. Now we're going to work on the waste pipe. Let's start with the basket strainer. Let's see, guys, be patient with me. First time using this tripod. Cool. So there's our basket strainer. And for all of you wondering, I do have a couple moving blankets set up here. So, you know, it's been a week without Kelvin, and I really do miss him. He's a good kid. He's starting to get much better in recent weeks. But then they took him away from me again. Fortunately, you guys, my subscribers know, I got Steven, aka Godzilla, and he's really stepping up to the plate. So hopefully he could make a great technician one day. You know, we're gonna see how he does tomorrow, because we're gonna go into that little crawl space in that lady's house. Well, not we, him. We'll see how he deals with that, and then we also have another crawl space job. So hopefully he will impress me. Hopefully. Look at that, so cool. And this uses a flat. Let me get the flat screwdriver out of here. There we go. not really a fan of plastic basket strainers, but when you're dealing with gold trim, you know, you really don't have much of a choice. So they do give us this gasket. Look at this. They do give us this gasket, so let's take a look and see how that goes in here. I'm not a fan of that, but let's take a look. See, fits right in there. Let's see if we can balance this just right so you guys can see what's going on. Come on. All right, I got my 1.5" PVC LA trap. We're gonna put that bad boy right there. So I don't want the piping to come all the way out to here. It's gonna look hideous. So we're gonna keep it about a few inches off the wall. We're gonna cut this first piece 5 inches. So, here we go. All right, and it makes a nice clean cut. So we're gonna stick that in there. And then our trap is gonna go there. You know, we should be all right. We should be all right. All right, we'll come up to there. The thing is, I need a flanged tailpiece right there. I need a flanged tailpiece. And that's not gonna, you know, this is for the slip joint. So let's go to the truck and get that. All right. I need that. See that little flange piece? This is a dishwasher tailpiece. All right, and unfortunately, I don't have one in the truck. So I am gonna show you how we make one. You'd be like, oh, poor Mike, how are you gonna do that? Mikey Pipes, what are you doing, man? Let's go to Supply House and get one. Well, I'm gonna show you today skills. Okay? Here's a piece of 1.5" brass, rough brass. And I'm gonna hold that right there. All right? Oh, catastrophe. See that, what we're doing? Now, it's not perfect yet, but we're gonna make it perfect. See that? Now I'm gonna take that ring that I had there. Yes. Okay. Got a little bit too much there. So I'm gonna grab that up. Right. Okay. So there's that. All right. I'm just gonna take my needle nose and just straighten this out a bit. Now listen, I could go back to the supply house and get this, but I don't really want to waste an hour of my day on a Sunday. All right? I don't want to waste an hour of my day on a Sunday. So I just made that. And listen, I've made dishwasher tailpieces for an after-hours service call, and it works. And there's nothing wrong with it. So now I'm going to cut this. All right. And then I'm going to take my slip nut. Okay. Like that. Let me get out my burning tool somewhere here. Okay. So now, look at that. Top hat washer and the slip nut. Okay, let's go back here. All right, forgive me guys. First time using a tripod. I'm gonna take a little bit of pipe dope, put that on the threads right there. And a lot of you guys are gonna say it's not necessary. I happen to like it. It works for me. Your mileage may vary. So this is what works for me. Okay, and if you look, it's pretty cool. Okay, now we need to go from here to there using that and that one. Boom, boom. So, can you guys see? Yeah, let's go up a little bit more. All right, I really appreciate you guys being patient with me with this tripod. All right, I gotta glue that in. So I want to cut this back just a little bit more. So I got my Milwaukee M12 PVC cutter. Okay, you see there's nothing there to the burr, but we'll do it anyway to appease you guys. See? All right, so that's gonna go in there. Our trap's gonna go in there. All right, so let's get our glue and primer out. Be very, very careful when using glue and primer. You don't want to get it in your eyes, and you definitely don't want to get it on any finished surfaces, especially if it's purple primer. Now, I'm not using purple primer today. This is finished work. It's all good. I'm gonna get the inside the fitting. Now I'm gonna take my glue out. I'm gonna glue that up right there. Also inside the fitting. And then we're gonna slide that in there like that. Now, I do have my split ring escutcheon for 1.5 inches. So I'm just gonna stick that on there right now. It's easier to do so right now. Look at that. Now I got my 1.5 inch PVC out trap. I'm gonna get my torpedo level out right there. Okay. And we're gonna repeat the same process again. We're gonna put some primer on there. Primer on my 1.5 inch PVC nipple coming out of the wall, out of that T-wide, it's in the wall. I'm gonna take my glue, also put that in there and get that on there as well, like that. And then we're gonna push in there, and then I'm gonna throw my torpedo on top. Make sure that we're dead level, like that. Boom. All right. Okay, there we go. Now, the next part of the job, there to there. All right, so I just have that roughed in right there. I'm gonna take a quick little measurement. Go right there. Bingo. Right there. All right, now let's connect these two together. Here's my first slip bend. I have the washer in there and the slip nut. Okay. This is going to go to that tailpiece we just made, and that's going to go to the LA trap. Make that nice and snug. I'm going to get my channel lock, tighten this up a little bit. Keep in mind this is going to turn on you, so I want to keep that straight. Okay, that's pretty tight. Now, let's go down below, and that is going to go right there. So, to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to drop the LA trap. And we're not going to get it in between the hose, but we're going to put that right there. As you guys know, I love, let's close the glue and primer, guys. Don't make a stupid mistake and not close it up when you're done with the PVC, because you will not be happy with the outcome. So you guys know, I like putting some dope on my threads, on my waist. I got some there like that. And I'm also going to put some right there, just a little bit. Again, it's not to make it a seal, but just to try to guide everything in. Make sure there's no impurities in it. Just make sure it's just dope, strictly dope. All right, now up here, we have a slip nut and washer up there. See that, guys? There's the washer, there's the slip nut. I already know I'm gonna get the feedback on, why don't you just use PVC? I'm like, well, I like using rough brass. And, you know, maybe I should be using chrome plated here, but I'm good. All right, so we're gonna get the slip nut on the trap in, like that. All right, let's take a look at that. Looks like I'm a little bit too tall here. Yep, I'm a little bit too tall. I need to drop. I need to cut this down a little bit. I'm gonna take off about 1 inch. And you'll notice sometimes it'll want to walk on you. So don't go too crazy with it. You know, a little tight when you're cutting through the tubular. And once it starts to cut through, you're gonna have it fighting with you. Okay, there you go. And we'll just take that little edge off right there. Now, let's get a little dope in there and on the threads. Makes it easy to go in. Slide that in there. Come on. There we go. Just like that.
Come on, baby.
Is it being cooperative? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's get the slip nut on the trap on. And now we're gonna pull this up just a little bit, like that. Now we'll get this nut up there, nice and tight, just like that. Now we'll just tighten up 1, 2, 3, and don't forget 4. Stand, Steve. All right. Let's clean off our joints. Make it look nice and pretty. A splashing going on here, huh? Let's do a little water test. Fill up the basin. A lot of dust here. See that? Check for leaks. Let's do that again. Fill it up more this time. And then we'll clean up. A nice faucet by Moen. Plated gold. Nice. It's hot, actually. Yeah, that's cold. Nope, that's hot. And that's cold. On the cold water line, we're gonna add, we're gonna put on what we call an additive, which looks like this. For the 1/4-inch line, there's no overflow here, so make sure we don't overflow. And for the 1/4-inch line, they're putting in a beverage center here, a sub-zero beverage center with a built-in ice machine. That's gotta be nice. So we're gonna leave that here, back there in the corner, because when the installers put that in, they'll have the additive for that right there. All right, let's focus on one of the kitchen sinks next, and then let's do the Runtal 12-foot baseboard, or 10-foot, 10 or 12. So let's head on down to the kitchen. Nothing like having a bar sink in your master suite. Perfection. Other than the supply hoses that come with the faucet. This Moen faucet. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Time for the kitchen sink. All right. Ah, stupid telemarketers. All right. There's our basket strainer. Let's get some putty out. You know, we hit that crazy milestone yesterday. I really am very grateful for the community. We hit 5,000 subscribers. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. Like right around New Year's, we were just about to hit 3,000, and now it's March 17th, and now we have 5,000. It's like, my God, how did that happen? Like, really? It's mind-blowing. All right, so there's that. It's got that ring again. And I may have to get the big giant flat screwdriver from the truck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Let's see. It's actually being cooperative right now. Tightening that up using the Mikey Pipes hands. Let's see if I can use the flat screwdriver. All right, now I'm gonna take the little flat part of the flat screwdriver and get that putty out, being very careful, of course, not to scratch the stainless steel. Okay, just push that over us a little bit, and let's use that to take out the excess putty. Like that, look at that. Beautiful. Let's get rid of this. This is not garbage. I can reuse that. And let's see if I can just give us a little extra on it. Okay. Now, let's see. We need to connect from point A to point B, which is there. We have a nipple in here, 2-inch. 2-inch nipple. All right. Let's take that out of there. All right. Now, clean up any debris that's in there. The threads of the cast iron TY that's in there. And let's go to my bag of material. That's gonna go right there. Right like that. All right. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to get a escutcheon on there. So let me grab some dope. Of course, it's at the bottom of my bucket from upstairs. I'm gonna get some dope on this bad boy. Just dope. Just dope for the good old waste. Get that on there nice and good. Let's see that. All right. Make sure our hands are clean. I don't want to get any debris on anything. All right. Now, I'm going to cut a little 2-inch nipple there out of PVC. Let's balance you there, buddy. Come on, tripod. Don't let me down. Now, boom, like that. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Fits in there just perfectly. And it also, once I glue that in, I can tighten this up a little bit. So, let's get a little rag in there. All right. Let's get my glue and primer, which I thoughtfully closed after I was done using it. I'll never forget one time years ago, I was a junior mechanic working for a plumbing company. My first plumbing company that I went to after I left the government. And oh, I gotta do the male adapter. And we're doing some roughing work for a bathroom, and I'm on a ladder, and I'm climbing up the ladder, and the top of the ladder is a can of glue and primer, right? Turn this a little bit. And as I'm climbing up this 12-foot ladder, the primer falls off, and literally it's a clear primer, and it splashes me in the eye. And I was with the senior mechanic. He had a few years over me, and we ran to the bathroom, and literally I put my head under the shower head and just held my eyes open and flushed it out. Thank God it was safe. Nothing really big have happened to it, but if it was purple primer, I probably would have been all effed up. Realistically, I probably would have been done. So ever since then, I always close the glue when it's not being used, and the primer. Always get into a habit of doing that. All right, there's going to be a dishwasher here, and it's going to go right there. So I'm just going to point this one, I guess, right there, out of the way for right now. Maybe in the corner there. Yeah, maybe I'll just put it right there. I gotta get my top hat washer. Let's get that. Let's see where that is. Did they give us a top hat washer with this bad boy? No. Oh, that's not really a top hat washer. Let's go to the truck. All right, let's see, hopefully. Oh, let's not lose any limits and safeties over there. There we go. Got ourselves a top hat washer. All right, let's go back inside. All right, I got a top hat washer. Let's take this off. Bad boy right in there. Now be careful when connecting, two different types of material. So this is brass going to plastic. Do not cross thread. It'll bite you. All right. Grab our 2-inch PVC LA trap. Come on. Why don't you want to cooperate there, buddy? Oh, I hate it when they're sticky like that. And this is Charlotte too. I'm surprised it's so. See that? It's Charlotte. I'm surprised it's so tough like that. So now, this is going to be our trap. We're going to put a trap adapter there and a bushing, 2x1.5 bushing, and I'm probably, it's a little too short. We're probably just going to throw a 45 on there. All right, now it is time for the challenging part of the job, lining up the trap with the waist elbow, and it's gonna have to go just like that. I'm sorry, with the TY inside the wall. That's the only way, without coming out to here, that I can make that work. It's just my centers here are just not cooperative today. So let's make this permanent now. We're gonna take some dope, put that there, the bottom of the basket strainer, and that is gonna go right there. And remember what I said about the two different types of material here. I have brass and I have plastic. Wipe the fitting off the dope. All right. So there's my trap. I'm gonna take that nipple that I made with the male adapter. And I'm gonna cut that right there. Right, but I'm not gonna use the shears, I'm gonna use a Sawzall because I don't wanna jeopardize that glue joint there. All right, I got that cut. Gonna throw some more dope on that. Male ends of the PVC male adapter. Now we're gonna get that bad boy back in there. All right, I'm gonna get my wrench and tighten that up. All right, now let's glue this in. I'm gonna follow those marks right there so they're nice and straight. I'm gonna throw a little primer, that little nipple coming out of there, also in there, and into the union for the trap. Now, let's get a little bit of glue on there, right there as well, and push that together, wiggle it in a little bit so it bonds. All right, and if you notice, if you don't hold it for another couple seconds, it's going to want to push out. All right, now I'm going to get my torpedo level out, and when I glue this in, I'm going to put my level right there and make sure that we are level. So I got the primer on both sides there. Let's get some glue. Put that there and there. Whip it in like that. While I'm holding it, put the level on it. Right there. And again, hold that in for another like 5 count to make sure she's in there nice and snug. All right, good. So now she's in there. I have my 2" by 1.5" bushing. We're going to throw some primer on that, followed by glue. Get that in there, make sure it slides in and give it a little twist like that. Now, we have our trap adapter, which is going to go there. So again, more primer on both sides, like that. The glue right there. And give it a little bit of a twist. So now she's in there like that. Just about done. Let's close up the primer and the glue. Let's put that off to the side. Now, we don't need this right there. The slip nut has a built-in washer there. So it's gonna go up there like that. We're gonna put some dope on there and on there, just to ease it in, like that. Okay, I'm gonna put some on the opposite side of the trap. Now, like I said, on the sink that we did in the master suite, you know, it's not for everyone to do it this way, but it works for me. So your mileage may vary. Okay, and it also helps it get in there a little bit easier. Okay. Now, let's go there like that. We're gonna start tightening up the union side of the 2" LA trap. All right, hand tight. And then we're gonna get the trap adapter side in. And you don't have to worry about cross-threading here because they're both plastic. As you can see, that went in pretty good. Now we're gonna tighten up the union. Okay. And then I'll take my rag and we'll get some spray 9 and clean off the PVC. All right. So I'm gonna get some spraying on. I'm gonna do this next. I hate these plastic PEX lines. Pex-A off this Brizio faucet. All right, let's work on it. And then on the instructions for this Brizio faucet, there are custom fit connections. If you determine the PEX supply tubing for this faucet is too long and must be shorter to create an acceptable installation, please make sure to read these instructions and plan ahead. So we're gonna read these instructions and follow exactly what it wants us to do, paying very close attention to the pictures. All right, I got my water lines connected. Just gonna take the knife and cut off the extra putty. All right, nice and clean. Here's our water lines. Now I gotta do the pro vent right there. All right, we're right below a window, so we're not gonna drill through all those studs. But let's just do a water test real quick. I'm gonna take off the handheld. Purge out any kind of debris that's in there. Okay, stick that back on there. Now we'll check for leaks. I'll cover that up so no water comes out of there. See the dishwasher tailpiece. So they put something there, maybe some tape, clean up, and then I'm gonna do the pro vent. All right. It's gonna go just like that. Point it up and level. All right, let's get the primer on the 2-inch straight 90. We'll get some primer in there as well. And you see they damaged that bottom of the hub when they, I guess, cut the cabinets out. So I'm not too worried about that. It's only gonna be air there. But I am gonna put a little extra glue there. And then get this bad boy in there. Like that. Just like that. Give that, hold that for a 5 count. Right there. Right there is good. Okay. Let's close up that and then the water test. All right. Nothing like a little bit of electric tape. Okay. Now for the water test. I'm gonna get the basket strainer. Let this fill up and then we'll test the leaks. While I'm filling up, I took the model number and the phone number that came off of the hot water line that we cut off, and I just zip tied it to the pull-out spray hose like that. Good to reference because someone's gonna lose that, and probably that as well. And that's our added teeth for the dishwasher. We're gonna get some escutcheons, split ring escutcheons for the hot and cold water lines coming out of there. And we're slowly filling up, so stand by. All right, let's check for leaks. That's fine. That's just the dishwasher tailpiece connection. Not worried about that. Keep a rag under there. Don't want to damage the cabinet base. Like that. Okay. All right, 2 done, 2 to go. Now, We're gonna put a piece of baseboard there. Runtal, European cool stuff. Stay tuned. All right, let's get you set up there. Let's see, back a little bit further. Let's get you level. There you go. I'm getting this whole tripod thing. I am. We're getting there, guys. Like unwrapping a birthday present or a Christmas gift. I gotta tell you, I love this European baseboards. It's really sexy. And when you use your knife to cut, be careful not to damage the finish. While you're unboxing, you don't want to scratch it up. All right. Wow. This is a monster. Sexy. Ooh. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. Let's make sure there's nothing in the box. Don't throw away anything. Keep the work area clean. There's no need to keep the debris around the work site, especially when you're dealing with a piece of baseboard that's several hundreds of dollars. Several. And I know it's my channel policy not to discuss pricing, but look at that. Let's take a look. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Let's work on this end first. All right, tripod. Behave yourself. I have 3/4 Pex-A, the expansion Pex-A right here, coming out of the floor. I have a 1/2-inch tapping on that corner and on the opposite corner as well. Now this is the only piece of heating element on this zone. So I don't need to add any bleeders to this. Now we can, but there's no need to. So, open up the box. They give us the, I believe they give us the risers. Let's see. Yes, for vertical installation. And that's gonna go there, right? And in the other box should be hardware, which is what they give us. They give us a piece of paint. They give us some adapters, all right, bushings, not bushings, plugs. We have a bunch of hangers here and mounting hardware. Okay. Now, since it's been a while since I actually installed one of these, and even if I recently installed, it's still a good idea to be refreshed with the installation guidelines. So I'm going to take a few minutes and read this and stay tuned. All right, so I have the 1/2 inch included bushing there. I got to add my male adapter there to go to Pex. And I have the plug there, the plug on the other side. Plug there and the bleeder. They don't give you 2 plugs for the 1/8 inch, so I use the bleeder, and they give you leveling nuts. So 1 there, 2, 3, 4, and it says right there K45. And there was a note here. It says don't forget to put them in before you pipe it in. Yeah, be sure to install leveling bolt K45 prior to piping radiator. So I got those in there. I'm gonna get some hardware from the truck, some screws, and the fittings we need, and then we're gonna connect. All right. I don't have Pex-A 3/4 to 1/2 inch. So I ordered them. I'll have them on Tuesday. Supplyhouse.com, by the way. I have these clips 5 1/4 inches off the finished floor to the bottom of the bracket on all 4 of them. And I took the clips I'm gonna hang on to there, and I bent in the edges, the 3 little clips. That way it's not gonna drop down when I lift up this radiator and hang them on the 4 clips there. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, she's on the wall. What a pain in the butt this was. I'm gonna have to get the longer covers for this. And it's pretty cool. It's actually gonna fit right in there. And the hardwood flooring, that's gonna fill that in. So I got my fittings coming. I'll have them Tuesday. It's all good. The other one worked out perfectly. Again, I just need a longer piece there, but we should be good. Look at that. Nice piece of Runtal. Looks beautiful. All right. One more.